This is a BRD to engineering plan generator, a multi-agent system that takes a raw business requirement document and turns it into a full engineering plan. Delivery phases, schedule estimate, high-level architecture, POC scope, and a tech stack recommendation is the output that it generates. It's built with line graph, backed by persistence sitting on a RAG knowledge base with a human in the loop at the end so that the review happens before anything gets consumed by an export. What we're looking at is a flow diagram that I have built to demonstrate the execution. Imagine there is a full-fledged BRD that you run a scenario. It gets parsed, then every other agent, the supervisor node picks it up and it passes to the respective agents which take care of their respective rules and roles. At the end, you'll see what all have got executed. You see the log of which agent got executed and it gives you what has been built. Imagine a scenario where it's a minor extension to the BRD like a patch. If you run the scenario, the BRD parsing happens, the supervisor node kicks in, but it only picks the solution architect, engineering planner and schedule estimate. It skips the POC and tech stack recommender because they are not really changing anything and they are not really needed for this as a patch. You see the definition of what happened, what is a log happened. This is the illustration of how the whole experience looks like. Now let's look at how the actual implementation looks. This is the landing page. Imagine I have created, I used a sample BRD. I've set the team size to 10, 40, etc. And you see, I click the use sample BRD. It parses the raw text because it's from a PDF or a markdown file. And I click the run agents, you'll see the stream of things happening. The supervisor node, after parsing, makes one LLM call to decide which of the 5 domain agents actually need to run. We'll see that in action. Not all BRDs need a POC plan or tech stack, like we said, for example, and it also states a reason for each decision. The chosen agent runs in the dependency order, like now we see the BRD parser ran. Then at the final end, at every end, the agent is grounded with a RAG, and it also validates against an output against a schema that's already predefined. It pauses at the end for a human review before an export node generates a final PDF. I chose the line graph over something like NI10 because it nearly needed the real state persistence and the ability to genuinely pause and resume the execution mid-graph so that the human in the loop is properly implemented. This is covered more detail as we go through, but like now you see, the BRD parser is done, the supervisor is done, the solution architect, which is the heavy lifting, that is also done. Now this sends the whole parsed and solution to the rest of the 5 agents, which will take care of their respective order and respective responsibilities. This is going to take a while. I'm going to pause and fast forward this video. You can now see that the POC planner also resulted into an answer that it passes through the next phase in its first attempt itself. This is the tech stack recommender that's also done its first attempt and produced a valid output.